So I know that this whole Logan Paul thing is kind of becoming old, or is it? My opinion on this is that now, more than ever before, it's important for us to consider what actions we, as creators as well as viewers, take towards the low brain. Without losing.
Yo, it feels so weird to get back into vlogging.
So, in case you missed it, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown on the crisis that came over the older half of the Pauls. It all started with a video that he uploaded in January where he showed the dead body of a suicide victim during one of his vlogs in Japan in the suicide forest Aokigahara. Well, don't expect me to pronounce that right every time. At first the video was received like usual, his fans loved it. It was only when the video caught the eye of the general and, as it seems, more critical public that a massive backlash hit Logan Paul, which ultimately led to YouTube cutting ties with him and removing him from their preferred AdSense program. After that, he made an apology that received rather split reviews. There have been a ton of videos about that, but to be honest, I am much more interested in the events that took place after that. Because what happened next? Logan made a suicide prevention video that was probably as controversial as the original video itself. So I was following this whole thing and I was really not sure what would happen next. Logan Paul, now a true philanthropist? I mean, he would certainly not just go back to making his old stupid vlogs, right? So yeah, he actually put out a normal video again, although I'm using that term pretty loosely regarding either one of the Pauls, showing us his old cocky self being just as unwary and obnoxious as ever. But before we get to that, I want to address the video that he made before that. It's a heartwarming little documentary called Suicide Be Here Tomorrow. As you could guess, it's basically a report about suicide, the reasons, and how to prevent it. It's a good video, you can't deny that, and it has a good message that you can't really argue with, which is suicide is bad. But that in and of itself is a problem. It looks like such a calculated move, and I can tell you why. This thing here. This model is based around the idea that consumers notice when companies try to manipulate them and react with resistance and mistrust. And this is exactly what's happening here, which is why people's opinions about this action are so split. It just doesn't fit in with his general character at all.
But I think the best way to do it is to just get right back into it. Hey yo, good morning, Logan.
It's obviously a good thing to donate $1 gazillion, but it doesn't seem to be an honest attempt at making the world a better place. Because a selfish egomaniac with the attention span of a goldfish and the self-love of someone calling his fans Logang is not someone you'd expect to waste one thought on the rather not so marketable topic of suicide prevention. Logan didn't just have a lapse of judgment when he was filming a dead body and making dumb jokes about it. He also had a lapse of judgment about his actual wrongdoing. It wasn't just that he didn't respect the dead, it was the values that he conveyed with such a video. That was the problem all along. There have been depictions of dead bodies in the media before, believe me, but the context is what matters here. And that is why this documentary about suicide prevention comes across as hypocritical. Imagine it like this. If Louis C.K., after being accused of sexual misconduct by several women, would now come out with a documentary about sexual assaults and how to prevent it, you would also feel that he kind of missed the point. I actually think that Logan did redeem himself in the eyes of his fans, but those are also the people who would still kiss his ass even if he was a proven rapist. It's called Stockholm Syndrome, guys. Get it together. Well, after being serious for just 2 videos, the old quirky Logan is back. And it becomes very clear, very quick, that he didn't learn a thing. Just the intro with this self-ironic voiceover. The legend, the myth, the maverick. annoys me so much that I literally wanna die. You know, this type of humor only works when you're actually a humble person, right? And yeah, after that, what would you guess is the next thing Logan does? Let's play a little game. It's a day. He brags about his massive channel growth despite his lack of new videos. B. He gets back to his house and fights a midget for whatever reason. Or C. He starts off by promoting his new merch for this very good reason. He needs to make up for all the money he lost because of YouTube, so poor Logan doesn't starve to death or loses his mansion. And it is... a drum roll, please. All of them. That's right, I gotcha.
You have got me, you have got me.
What other YouTuber you know can take a 3-week break and still gain 1 million subscribers? New me, new haircut, new merch, baby! Logan, are you really starting your first vlog back with a merch vlog? Yes, I am, because as you guys know, YouTube cut my AdSense in half. I am gonna need you guys to buy all my merch, Maverick merch, of course, so I don't lose my house. You know it, look like I'm on the shop.
By the way, what really annoys me about him too is that he likes to call himself a maverick. I mean, what the fuck? Maverick is by definition an unorthodox or independent-minded person, similar to an individualist or a nonconformist. Well, who on earth gave Logan the abstruse idea that he's anything but a mainstream normie? But back to the vlog I was talking about. He also mentions how this whole thing in Japan spiraled out of control and that he now regrets how he behaved over there.
I did go too hard in Japan, and for that, Japan, I apologize.
And to prove this point, he deleted all the videos from his Japan trip. Oh, wait, I'm just getting breaking news. He actually didn't delete any of them. Well, that renders everything he just said redundant. Then he quotes a statement by Dr. Phil, who also spoke out about this issue and said that this was just a one-time thing and we should leave the boy alone.
Let's call time out here. This is a 22-year-old young man. This is one thing, one time, one bad decision. Let's not judge this young man's whole life, his whole body of work, everything that he's done over one bad decision.
The problem is, however, that is not the case. If I'm trying to say anything with this video, then that is exactly that. Logan did behave like an asshole prior to that incident 1 month ago, and he continues to behave like an asshole after that.
I'm an asshole for sure.
Well, good news. I don't know if you already heard about this, but he was recently struck by the penalty of... In one of his recent videos, he... just look at it yourself. No, not that one. Here we go.
Everyone's unique, everyone's special, that's what makes us who we are.
What? Logan, didn't you know?
And when everyone's super, no one will be.
Okay, but I kind of mixed that up. Here it is.
Yeah, you're right. Here, no rat comes into my house without getting tased.
Yeah, that one. So I'm not gonna show it to you, but Logan tasers dead rats. You can take a look at it if you want to. The video is still up. Logan, your mental health is really above average. See, I don't think that Logan actually wants to be an asshole. I think that's just the result of very bad parenting, too much money, and too little brain capacity that is not dedicated to reaching 7 billion subscribers. He wants to put out a new video every day, and so he basically has to create new content out of thin air. Naturally, there will be almost nothing but bullshit. Logan thinks of himself as a boy. He can't cope with the thought that he actually has a responsibility towards his young, impressionable audience. Well, I just have one thing to say about that. You're a 22 years old millionaire, so grow the fuck up. And also stop giving so much shit about numbers. Money won't make you happy, neither will a high subscriber count. But you know what will make you happy? My new merch! Head now over to ritzysavage.com/shop to cop my newest merch collection. See you tomorrow, Ritz gang! Guys, thank you so much for watching. I was gone for a little bit, but I'm back now. Please consider leaving a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe and enable notifications so you don't have to miss out on my future content. Thanks for watching.